Thank you for being here. Today, I'm going to talk to you about a reset button, the idea of just cleaning the slate and having a fresh start. I'm Missy Hughes, and I'm a productivity coach. I help you get through roadblocks like procrastination so that you can feel amazing in your life. So, use the link in the comments to sign up for your free consultation to see how you can use the reset button in your life. So, what if there was a universal reset button? You just hit it and you have a clean slate. It doesn't erase the past. So, that would erase painful moments and challenges, but it also would take away the strength that you build and the confidence that you build from moving through those challenges. And we know that you've gotten through them because you're right here, right now. It doesn't mean it was easy. I never said you get through it unscathed, but nevertheless, here we are together. So, what would a reset button offer us? A fresh start, a clear mind, and a path to focus on the next step in front of us. If you've ever seen a pitcher in baseball who just gets in their head, they throw a bad pitch and then another, and all of a sudden the bases are loaded because of defensive errors, not because they're amazing batters that are coming in front of them. I mean, they might be amazing batters, but I mean, if balls are the only thing being thrown, they're not swinging. They're just walking onto the base. So that picture has gotten in their head. There's no reset button. It happens to us all the time when we procrastinate. We think about a bill that needs to be paid, or a paper we need to write, or a project that we don't want to do. And we decide, I'm not going to do it right now. I'm thinking about it right now, but I'm not going to start it right now. But when we think about it, we start this, it's like a magnet has been engaged. So there's this switch that's flipped, and all of a sudden there's this pull towards the thing that you've got to do. But it doesn't feel good, right? So you've got this, your thoughts pull you towards that. Let's say you need to find a document for your taxes. You start thinking about it and you say, I should do that right now. So the pull, but I'm not going to. Now that pull's got a little stronger. That's the second time you've thought about it, but you don't do it. And so it's like that pitcher throwing another wild pitch. And then you think about it again. Oh, I should do this, but I can't do it right now. I'm not going to do it right now. Now there's another wild pitch. There's still time to turn it around if you're the pitcher, but will you? Now you're feeling pressure about this project on top of the distaste you already had for it. um, so you think you should go find it, but you don't. The reset button allows you to shake it off. For every baseball game out there, there is a pitcher throwing a bad pitch. The ones who stay in the game are the ones who shake it off. The ones who don't let one wild pitch become two, three, four, five down the line. What happens is they're focusing, that person who is staying in the game is able to say, okay, I can't unwild that pitch. I can only pitch the one that I'm pitching, right? So that reset button lets them focus on what's ahead. So how do you do that? There are three things that you need. The first is a calm nervous system. You need to know that you're safe. So if you're that pitcher, you need to know that it's not going to kill you to throw a wild pitch, and the last pitch doesn't affect this pitch. You need to know that the act of throwing the ball is not dangerous. The second thing you need is a clear mind. The pitcher can't be thinking about what he's having for dinner. He can't be thinking about the crowd. He can't be thinking about the scoreboard. Aware of the crowd, the score, the batter in front of him, but that can't be the focus. The focus needs to be on the ball in the hand and the catcher's mitt. And the third thing that they need is a clear next step. So, what is the catcher calling for? Can I throw that pitch? So, to put this in our terms, if we're looking for that document, for instance, a calm nervous system happens when your survival brain is not lit up. So, when you have options other than fight, flight, freeze, or fawn, your nervous system's ready. If you're in that fear or panic or dread, you might need some grounding. You might need to put your feet on the ground. You might need to take some deep breaths. Might need to put your hand on your heart. You might need more than that. Just ask yourself, do I feel capable of getting started, even if my emotions aren't on the rainbows and daisies side of things? So, number two, a clear mind is possible when you give yourself only the task you're working on to work on. So, for that document, I can't start water boiling on the stove and then go to the basement and search through the entire filing cabinet. That doesn't work. That is going to end up in a dangerous situation potentially. So when you're clearing your mind, it's saying, I'm only focused on what I can control for this thing that I'm doing in this moment right now. I don't have to think about my relationship. I don't have to think about the sleep I'm going to get or the sleep I had. I don't have to think about my energy level. I just have to think about, can I do this one thing? And then deciding the one thing. What is the one next step that I'm going to take? If I'm going to look through the junk drawer in the kitchen, I can't be cleaning it out. I need to be looking for the laser focus, one thing that I'm looking for, and nothing else gets touched. The thing that where I get twisted is I'm like, oh, I need to clean out this drawer. I need to make decisions about every item that I'm not using regularly. That has nothing to do with the document. So now, if I'm cleaning out the drawer, the document has just been pushed away unless it's the first thing I see in that drawer. So giving yourself the clear, so calm nervous system, I'm not in panic zone, a clear mind, I'm not thinking about 1,000 things, and focusing on that next thing to know I'm not going to get overwhelmed about this thing. I'm just going to get started. So when you think about the reset button, we don't always do all of those things, right? Sometimes we do feel panicked. So, can I calm my nervous system? Reset. Sometimes we make mistakes. So, I looked in the wrong place and I got caught cleaning out the drawer. Okay, that's all right. I don't have to move forward that way. I don't have to keep going. Reset. Okay, sometimes I make a decision that's a terrible one. Okay, it's okay. I'm not in danger. Reset. When you allow that reset, then you don't make your mistake mean something about you as a person. So now all of a sudden the goal is not to do it perfectly, but maybe I'm shortening the amount of time I procrastinate. Maybe the goal is not to have the most beautiful thoughts all the time, but maybe I shorten the amount that I'm kind of criticizing myself. So you see, we're not looking when we use that reset button. I keep shaking like it's a etch a sketch. It's what's happening in my mind. I'm getting that clean slate every time. The reset button allows us to just like, okay, I can't unchange the past. I can't change the past. I can't undo it. I can only move forward, but I can't move all the way forward in every step. So what's the one step? The reset button is like, what's the next thing that I can do? Let me focus on that one thing. So this is one little element. This reset button is one little tool in the idea of getting things done in the moving forward. Maybe you're working on eliminating procrastination. Maybe you're working on setting goals. Maybe you're working on planning your week. That reset button allows you to do it imperfectly, keep trying, keep focusing on what you can control right now, and keep getting things done. Thank you for being here. Let me know what your project is. What are you procrastinating or what's the challenge that you're facing? I'd love to hear about it.